What's up YouTube? Una here to bring you another video. Today we're going to be doing a clash with Aokiji, and what we're going to try today is a double Garp team. This is usually the team that people have access to right off the bat. I just did switched out Rakuyo for Marco. If you're going to do a power team like with Rakuyo or Uji here, you're going to want to bring a legend Shanks friend, and you're going to want to try and keep your health near the top as much as possible. But what we're going to do is a max stall strategy. This is usually what people starting out will have, where they need to basically survive for a very, very, very long time. And that is exactly what a double Garp team will allow you to do, is you can stall against Aokiji for a super long time. Oh gosh. Alright. Guess I'll use a gem for you guys, because I don't feel like waiting to make this video later. So what we're going to do is go to our Garp friends, and I'd really like a max Garp. I don't need a max Garp, but it would be super nice just for the sake of having it for safety. See, everybody neglects Garp here. So here comes Aokiji, and everybody's unprepared, so that's good enough. Okay, so we'll use him. We are not worried about what sockets they have, because on my own team, without any help, I have level 2 anti-lock and level 1 anti-despair. And that's really all you need for this level. Orbs don't matter, because with Garp and Mr. 2 you will have full orb control, and honestly level 1 heal is pointless because you're just not going to heal enough in time. So instead of a Don Quixote, an interesting approach is to actually use Kobe here for 2 rounds, and then you'll use Impact Usopp for 1 round, and then you'll actually use a like a Uruji to burst the second round. And you can lock orbs with Domino, but then when you have Domino, you have to trade out Mr. 2 here, who gives you the full guaranteed orb. So it's kind of a weird setup, and it requires a little bit of luck, but it will work, and it is kind of interesting. But rather than that, a much easier approach, and also free to play, is just a Dofi Impact Usopp combo. It's both of those units are farmable and will work. I'm going to recommend, if you're going to do double Garp, I think Marco is probably, I mean, he's rare recruit, but if you can bring him, he's really the unit that makes this clutch. Some people have pulled it out without Marco, but I just think it's probably a little bit difficult and a little bit of random. I don't think you're going to get it every single time the way you can with a Marco approach. So as always, the auto targeting is absolutely horrid. You're going to have to basically just target everything manually in this first stage as well as the second stage. Am I going to kill anybody this round? Goodness. As you can see, the units are really tanky. So in order to kind of start taking these units out, you really need to be careful about when you switch, because you can see there with like Impact Usopp, I did like no damage, right? I wasn't going to kill that guy, so I might as well just take out that back guy. So, oh wow, he hit really, really hard, didn't he? But that's okay. That's why we brought a Marco to heal up. And our auto heal is going to make really no big impact whatsoever. I'll do a little bit of damage here, but not much. And you basically just kind of take your stalling where you can with this team. Ooh, got some health, that's good. And definitely heal up wherever you can. You know, Psy units have tons of RCB. So 16 per meat is nothing to sneer at. Oh, that is fantastic. Particularly the fact that it's the units that do like no damage too. Let's see, I've got 2 units to attack in the first round, so that's doable. I'll eat this meat. I'm going to give up a lot of damage by doing this, but it's worth it to heal up, I think. Alright, and then I've basically got these 2 units to take out this turn. Which is really annoying because I never know when I'm going to just kill someone with the high defense. Oh, there we go. Definitely going to kill him this round. There you have it. So now we have the lobster and the turtle. I don't have to stall here. My Marco should be ready, but there's no reason not to stall too. I mean, I might as well as just... The turtle only hits for 3,000, the lobster hits for 6,000. So I might as well just take the hit from the turtle, because I'll heal up half of it with this meat. I have a chance of getting more meat, and it's going to buy me 2 more rounds, so... yeah, I'll just do that. Plus you get 200 from my auto heal, which, like I said, nothing to sneeze at. So now I'm just looking for better orbs if I can. And then this is the round that gives everyone trouble. If you don't have level 1 anti-despair, you can't really bring a double Garp team. I would lose 75% of my health right here basically, because it would just take away the 2x 2 HP bonus from Garp. So it's really not recommended. Other than that, you're just going to want to smash away. You're probably only going to be able to take out 2 units here just because they have so much armor. It's really frustrating. There's probably some different strategies you can use in terms of specials to use here, but I focus 100% on Aokiji. I don't see any reason to have used any specials here, such as like my Garp or anything like that. I certainly could have. I'm going to be stalling a lot on Aokiji, so you know what? We're going to use a Garp, because he'll be ready in another 13 turns. We'll get 7 free turns, a preemptive, plus 6 rounds before his pheasant break / first attack. So, oh, that was a really bad idea, because these units don't hit hard down here. Ugh. Okay, so this is instead turned into a really awkward stall strategy. I'm gonna use my other Garp now and heal up from this. Let's hope I get some more meat from that. This was definitely a weird way to have run this, and I would not recommend running it this way. But this is what we're doing, people. This is the reality of messing up playing One Piece Treasure Cruise. And there we go. Kind of near max there. And wow, that is not good orbs at all. So we need to clear those out, because next round is, well, I guess next round is just the locking units. That's no big deal. The advantage of bringing also Doflamingo, I forgot to mention that in the starting off, is that this back quick unit, this guy, he'll actually try and lock Doflamingo. So if you have level 2, it's not really a big deal. Level 2 anti-lock, you're just not going to take any hits. So what we're going to do here is we'll take out everyone except the Int Cannoneer and the quick guy in the back. At least that's what we're going to attempt to do. So we'll attack in this order here. Boop. We'll use our 5 combo unit. We'll use a 4 combo unit. Perfect. And then these 2 units will try and lock, and then they will fail because of my sockets, which again, level 2 anti-lock and level 1 anti-despair are really required to run, I feel like, a double Garp on this level. And then you just take these guys out. Shouldn't be hard. You just use a 4 combo unit and then a 5, or they have 5 hit points, so just plan that out appropriate. And you might as well just look for better orbs. At this point, there's no reason not to. Well, that's interesting. So we ended up getting here to Aokiji with lots of health. I don't think you really needed to do that now that I think about it, because his first move is going to take away 80% of your health in 3 turns. I guess what I just did would only have really been useful if I had brought along a Mirage Tempo Nami to have negated his attack. I don't run double Garp, so I'm sitting over here worrying, thinking about. I just got done running it with Legend Shanks. So yeah, once you do a couple runs with your team, you tend to know them a little bit better. So that's just my own fault for getting used to running it with Legend Shanks, where you do want to keep your health kind of near max. But I guess with double Garp, there's just really no point, right? I mean, you just kind of just do as much damage as you can every return. We're about to get to his Pheasant Break turn, which is going to take away 80% of our health. So this is where you'd prepare to use Marco. I can't remember how much he attacks for normally. What does he attack for normally? Let's look that up while this animation is going here. 7,000. Oh! So for 7,000 I can tank at least 1 hit before I have to use my Marco, which would give me more stall time. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. So at this point, I really hate running double Garp, and as soon as you can move away from double Garp, you need to, towards like a G3 or Slasher team, because those teams get it done in, you know, anywhere from I think the fastest I can run double Luffy is it 14 turns with Doflamingo, and with Slasher I think it's like 21 turns I think is the fastest. So it's just saves you a lot of time, as opposed to, you know, when you're doing it here with Garp. I mean, you just don't do very much damage. You have to sit here and punch, and it just takes forever. So as soon as you can move away from a double Garp, it's highly recommended. Just because I mean I feel like I'm running a VV Lagoon team, honestly, but if that's what you got to do to get your it was 9,200. Holy cow! That was really close. It's a good thing I grabbed that one meat there. I'm gonna have to update this page. This page is wrong. That is way wrong. So good thing that I got lucky there with that health. So use your Marco to heal back up. And honestly, you can probably get off several more turns here, because he doesn't start going to a 1-turn cooldown until he gets below 50% health. And even below 50% is when you can kind of, right after his big move, he always does the lock for 2 turns, is when you need to start kind of pushing your team faster, because you don't have many turns, honestly, once you're there. We're getting really close here, which is fine. I think what we'd like to do, it'd be perfect timing if he hasted right after this attack, because then we'd be at that point. So it's 9,200. Let's see how much damage he does once he gets below 50% here. But just in terms of timing, now is the time when I'd want to push him, just because my health is really high and my specials are up. So there's no reason not to. He might be still not below 50%, which would be good if we were looking for a burst round right now, but honestly we're just trying to do as much damage as we can. So how much am I doing? 189? There we go. So now let's see how much he does with this haste. Yep, and then when he triggers his haste he'll actually lock again, so not a big deal. Like the level 2 sockets, I mean, they're so OP in this game. Like without sockets, just Aokiji would be so hard. I don't even know how I do it. So 11 something? I missed it. I know I can tank at least one more hit without getting lucky with getting a RCB/Meat Orb. Let's see if I can read that fast enough this time. Pop 11,520. 11,520. So, oh, and he locks each turn too. Okay. Yeah, you'd definitely not survive this if you didn't have level 2 anti-lock. So if I pick up this meat, I could take one more hit. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So basically with a double Garp team, you just keep pushing until you could take literally no more hits. Which would be, for me, this round right here. Oh, I guess he doesn't lock every time. So here is our burst round. And you basically just want to activate one of your Garps. You're going to want to activate your Mr. 2 to change those RCB into Psy. Since random luck is involved, like I said, if you aren't bringing Mr. 2, you could bring a harder hitter like Rakuyo or something like that. But then you can use Doflamingo to rearrange orbs first, and then Rakuyo to fill in the blanks. Unless you got all RCB, which is really unlucky, you should be fine. But you know, just to call out that other strategy that you don't need Mr. 2 if you haven't brought him. So really, you'll see in the lower left-hand corner we got Doflamingo special, Impact Usopp to boost the Psy units by 2, and this is our burst round. This is our make or break moment where if I don't kill him, I basically die. So I'm just going to go in clockwise order here and hope that I hit as many perfects as I can. Like I said, a double Garp team just doesn't have much damage output, so you really need to be careful where you're pushing it down to the end there. So again, just push him until you can't take any more hits. I don't know how you do it without a Marco. I haven't pulled that off, but I've seen some other people post it online. I'd really recommend pushing for a Legend Shanks friend, and instead of Marco bringing like a stronger hitter. It does it a lot faster, and the Shank's friend guarantees you orbs a little bit more consistently, so you don't need that Mr. 2. You can switch him out for someone that hits harder. So again, find the team that works for you guys. Once you have level 1 anti-despair, level 2 anti-lock, this team is super viable, but other than that, you really need to start planning and socketing your characters for Aokiji, because he's not a character that you can just walk into and just walk through his stage real easily. His stage is super hard, but once you get to Aokiji, you can kind of plan out those moves. It's not too bad. So good luck with your farming, guys. He's a good character. Una out.